Hi. Oh my hair is super frizzy today. It's a super frizz day. It's got that summertime frizz going on. Hi. Hope everyone is good. If you're watching the replay, this is Herbal Book Club, and this is around 12. Hi. How are you? Good morning. Yeah, so we're on part 12, reading Healing Wise. It's great, thanks. It's 4 p.m. in my neck of the woods. Oh, well, awesome. Happy afternoon. It is a little after 11 here. So you're a little ahead. So I guess we'll just wait a few more minutes, see if anyone pops in. I saw Lunea went live about the same time I'm going live, so we'll see if people might be joining her chat. Right. So I wanted to ask, since we're going to be reading Healing Wise like a long time, and also this is for the replay, would anyone like to read another book and sort of intersperse like every other week? And then if so, what book? I guess I'd like suggestions if you guys wanted to or interested in reading a book for the Herbal Book Club. It can be on herbs, ideas about health and healing, that we can that's some to touch on herbs. I'm new to your channel. It's just my 3rd visit. Well, welcome. Yeah, I'm so glad to have you. Yeah, it just so yeah, it's just we do sort of go with the flow, fly by the seat of the pants. Hey, Tangerine, how are you? Good morning. Yeah, Massetti's here as well. So Tangerine, I was just asking if you wanted to sort of switch off every other week, maybe read a different book, a different herbal book, because we're going to be reading Healing Wise for a while, like a really long time. So we could switch off or something. I didn't know if anyone was getting bored. So yeah, just think about that. Keep that in mind. You just peeled yourself out of bed? Yeah, coffee. Yeah, I just had my coffee. So, but I've been up for since 6:30. So, okay, alternating's great. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so if anyone has a book suggestion, leave it in the comments. You can post on the Facebook group, or anybody at any time. I'll be asking this question again. So, as people join the chat, and because not everyone's here every week. So what do I recommend? I don't exactly know. I feel it. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I think it'd be good to have some sort of like component to it that talks about theories of health, ideas about health to the book, and not just a straight like herbal medicine book. You know, because this book is really good, but it's sort of hard to do a book club about. You can't like make the medicines. You know, and it doesn't talk much about the author's ideas about healing. So it's a little bit of a tricky one. I'm looking for one specifically. Yeah, so there's this one. How to Move Like a Gardener by Deb Soul, and she actually has a YouTube channel. She puts up a few videos. They're really good. And so this talks about ideas of biodynamics. You know, just her ideas around gardening. She does go over a lot of plants, you know, and also how to. Something that would be neat. This is more focused on gardening though. So, and I was also thinking about maybe some ideas about Chinese 5-element theory. Chinese herbal medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. I think that would be maybe interesting, but I don't know. So, hi Ozark, hi Donna, good morning. We are just, so since we're just talking about other herbal books that might be good for this book club, to sort of maybe alternate every other week with our Healing Wise book, since you know, we're reading it really slow, and you know, we're going to be on it for a while, and so yeah. So if anyone has any suggestions, you know, think about it. You put it in the comments. You put it in the Facebook group. We're just gonna see what everyone thinks. So on a side note, I got a new book. I got a new copy of Healing Wise. So it actually functions as a book now, and instead of this, yeah, you see the covers coming off here. So, but anyway, yeah, it's in one piece, and which is good. Which is a lot. Is good. I needed it for a long time, and now I can have. I mean, I'm still like sort of reading this book and like highlighting it and stuff like that. But anyway, it says I only have one person here. Did everyone leave? Oh, maybe everyone left. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe it's just my computer. Cool. Well, I'm glad everyone didn't leave. So, as you guys know, this is my Susun Weed, and she has a new book coming out, as you may or may not know. Oh, yes, 1111 here too, Tanj. And it's called Abundantly Well. It's not out. It's coming out in October. But they contacted me and they're like, hey, would you like to read the new book? And I was like, yes, I would like to read the new book and do a review. What I've read so far, it's awesome. She said that Susan's a weed. I mean, she may not mind because, you know, weeds are actually good. So, but, and I've often wondered if she has changed her name or like she was actually born with this name. It seems very convenient, but it works. I think it works. I mean, it's a good name, but I was just like, maybe she's changed it to more reflect who she feels she is. Hi, Heather. Good morning. Heather knows I got this book. I sent her a picture. Heather, this book is awesome. I started reading it. And so Susan said that this was supposed to be like a sequel to Healing Wise, the one we're reading. And I can really see that. It takes all the things from Healing Wise and goes like a step farther. And it integrates herbs. It integrates Western medicine. It's pretty awesome. So I'm probably going to be, I would say that like, this would be a good book to read first. And then if you wanted to learn more about the 3 healing traditions of healing, wise woman, heroic, and scientific, you can get Healing Wise. But no more French dandelions. No, so I feel like this book is written in a more accessible way with very it's like she's honed her skills over the years, and it's very succinct. It's very specific. It's very crisp. It's very I'm losing, I don't know the words, but she has trimmed all the fat. She's like, this is my thoughts and I'm putting them down, and it really feels like a culmination of like a lot of work that all the books that she's written over the years. And it's a really great book for anyone going through any kind of health issue. So our healthcare system is not integrated. Like, we've got all these options. Like we've got Western medicine, we've got acupuncture, we've got Chinese medicine, we've got herbs, we've got yoga, we've got exercise, and we've got diet, you know, but they're decentralized. They're all in different places. And you as a patient have to, you know, like, especially when you're facing like a more complicated issue, like health issue, like I was, you know, you have to pull from many different sources to sort of create your own like healing routine and bring in all of these different modalities yourself, because it's like a puzzle piece, and really like you all these complement each other, and you need them to create the picture of health. And sometimes you need 2 pieces, sometimes you need all of them. And I did that all by myself. But this book, I'm logging off work, but we'll watch when I get home. Bye, Miss City. Have a good day at work. Yeah, the replay will be up. Let's see. Heather says, and if you don't feel good, It is so overwhelming to coordinate everything. It is, Heather, exactly. And I did it without this book. And this book is all about that. It's sort of like a blueprint. So it's pretty amazing. My mind is just like, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, I did it without the book. It's non-linear. It's sort of like you can mix and matches. She calls them the 7 medicines, and you can just, you know, like, oh, I need medicine. I need to use medicine 1 and 2, or I need to use it's really great. It's really great. So I'm sure I'll talk more about it as I read it. And I'll do a review, and you know, no wonder she's so happy on the cover, right, Heather? No, she's pretty happy. She's by a waterfall. I mean, that's nice. Simple, safe, effective remedies, the wise woman ways, the complementary, integrated. She's got the ED in bold, medical revolution. So it's pretty amazing. It's not 100% edited because it hasn't been, you know, I think there's gonna be more editing done, but anyway, so that's coming out in October, but you know, I'll talk more about it, and we can read it as a book club at some point. Heather, you probably saw from the Facebook group, but you know, if there's any herbal books that you want to maybe read sort of every other week along with Healing Wise, you know, just let us know. I'm taking sort of a poll. You know, because we're going to be reading this book a while. Oh, and I got a new book. Woo! Okay. So enough ramble. That's 17 minutes. Yes, about you would like that. Okay, yeah. So since we're on Healing Wise a long time, I thought that would be cool. And so 1 week we would do Healing Wise, and 1 week we would do something else. And I don't know what that other book is going to be, you know. So, you know, I thought I'd ask you guys. Okay, so. And then maybe I can try to move faster in this book as well. So I don't know, we'll see. Because we could pretty much read maybe 2 sections today. Yeah. Okay. So we're on page 29. And there are no diseases in the wise woman tradition. There wasn't really a discussion question. So we're just talking about disease, what it means to us, what it means in the wise woman tradition. And then we may read The Wise Woman Never Asked Why, which is it's a really good part, actually. Well, they're all good, but okay. So how does someone following the wise woman way deal with disease such as high blood pressure, a fever, cancer? In the wise woman way, these words describe things that do not exist. Disease has no existence on its own. Any disease is bound inextricably to the being and setting which expresses and embodies it. In the wise woman tradition, disease, pain, and problems exist only within the framework of a particular person and a particular society, not independently. Diseases are certainly recognized, and diagnostic skills are honed within the wise woman both/and holographic spiraling way. But the focus is on the person as an individual, not on the disease as an entity. The wise woman tradition maintains that the name of the disease is not the disease, and the name of the disease cannot be treated, cannot be healed. High blood pressure is a static, unchanging phrase, and such can only be eliminated or reduced, not healed. From the wise woman perspective, the disease itself is a gift of wholeness to be cherished and nourished, not partially cured. Disease does not exist apart from the being manifesting it. Even a thyroid bacterium, typhoid bacterium, poliovirus is not typhoid or polio without a being to manifest it. And because each being is unique, so each expression of typhoid or polio is unique and must be treated uniquely in the wise woman tradition. In this way, the being expressing the disease is nourished and becomes healthy, whole, and holy in the wise woman tradition. Whatever or not the disease is proclaimed cured. The wise woman sees our disease, our problem, as an ally of wholeness. Our wholeness comes from disease as well as health in the wise woman way. Woohoo! So that's pretty different from what we normally think about disease. As something bad, something that needs to be cured. And it's really nice. It, you know, yeah. I think that one is pretty. Mind over matter, Tangerine? Yeah, how you think about things, right? Yeah. I mean, and it doesn't help you get over something like cancer if you're adding to like the fear, right? So so if you can think about it a different way and come at it from a different approach, it becomes different. It becomes less scary. It becomes something that you can maybe wrap your head around. Your whole perspective shifts. And in that way, I think you probably have a better, maybe your stress level is lower. And I think you have would have a better shot at, at getting, surviving your cancer, and not only that, maybe learning from it, growing from it. Although like it's not, of course, with certain diseases, it's not a guarantee that you're going to survive, but you're definitely going to have like a more easier time of going through what you're going to have to go through, I think, from this perspective. Heather says it loses some of its power over your body. Right. Yeah. You take back your power. You're like, because when you're sick, especially with something like that, you feel like you're not in control, because it's really nothing I think a lot of times when you do get sick, it's nothing you have done. Some things we're predisposed genetically. Sometimes we, the things we put in our bodies, maybe if we're like an alcoholic, we might get liver disease more than other people, we have a higher chance of that. But apart from that, a lot of stuff is just, sometimes it feels like a dice roll. It's like why, we're going to get, why me? We're going to get into this why. And I like that these two actually come right after each other, because it lends to that really, really well. Because of course you're sick, and then the next you're like, why? So, so yeah, let's go ahead and it'll be, we're gonna read the next part. The wise woman never asks why. Something that's really also important when you're really sick is like a routine, so that you also feel like you have control. Like I had a routine, and it helped with the fear. It's like, okay, I'm going to do these, and I still have a routine. Do this and this and this and this and this, every day, and it really helps, with the fear. It makes you feel like you're in control of something that maybe you're not in control of. Because every day, sometimes I have better days, sometimes I have worse days. And I have irritable bowel syndrome if that's what I'm dealing with. Donna says, anymore, we really have to educate and advocate for ourselves. Western medicine in our country is a shit show. It totally is. It totally is. It definitely has its uses, as far as like surgery when you need it. It's really good at that, but a lot of other stuff it's really bad at, and that's when you need the other things. So Tangerine says, oh no, it's official. I've turned into one of those old ladies you see outside their porch in the summer, wrapped in a full cardigan sweater. Dude, I am right there with you. My mother was the town cat lady. Oh no. Oh. Well, you're safe as long as you don't have any cats, but I think some cat ladies are the best people. So, oh yeah, okay, that's my old book. I love cats, but I'm allergic. Aw. You have hamsters? Do you have hamsters now, Tangerine, or when you were growing up? So I've got a lot of food allergies and sensitivities, but animals, as long as I'm not like in a as long as I'm in a well-ventilated space, most spaces, I'm not allergic, which I'm very grateful. But food, I'm awful. Heather says, I'm the old lady in the garden in her slippers and house dress. Well, you both are great. Awesome. So you rock that sweater, Tangerine. Yes, I have 2 now, and we have had 46 or 49 when I was. Whoa! Someone said they should be free in the pine forest behind her house. Wow, that's a lot of cats. We had, when I lived on the coast of North Carolina, we lived by a cat colony. So there's just a lady, and she fed all these cats. Donna, me too. Donna says, LOL, Heather, I'm the old lady who doesn't put on a bra unless she's got to go into public. Me too. And in fact, I was like, should I put one on for my live stream? And I almost didn't, because I was like, 46 hamsters. Whoa. No, I got one. I mean, my boobs aren't huge, so I could get away with it, but over 100 cats. over a few years, but some cats were outside. Wow. I mean, I love cats. It's pretty amazing. I could not. So were they all friendly, Tangerine? The ones in our cat colony, they were not. They were mostly kind of feral, and that's where our cat's mother, our 2 cats we have now, their mother came from. So, but all right. So, the wise woman never asked why. Yeah, I agree, Heather. Bras suck. I have discovered the bralette. And I know not everyone can wear that because it's just like, but I have discovered the bralette and it is much better. Cats, hamsters, birds, raccoons, bunnies, turtles, housemates, dogs, you name it. And yes, the cats were all my siblings. Wow, what a neat way to grow up. Oh my gosh, you had a full house. Donna says we have 6 cats, all outdoor kitties because they're hunters and I raise parrots. Yeah, I can see why that might not work, Donna, if you had a bunch of cats and a bunch of birds together. So, and then also you have land. You have the land, right? You have I think you have a farm. Right. So that's good. You know, here we live in the city, and so just don't feel comfortable letting our kitties outside. And all the time, there's like lost cat posters up. So, it says no bra for me either, except hiding behind my sweater. Right? So in the winter, yeah, sometimes I don't even go to work with bra because I'm always wearing a sweater. Don't tell. I bet it was interesting, Tangerine. I bet. We had cats, we had some chickens, 2 goats, and a dog. But it was, yeah. So that was what I had growing up. Oh, thanks. My secret is safe. I don't think anyone's watching. So that I work with. No. All right. So the wise woman tradition. The wise woman never asked why. The wise woman tradition accepts chaos. The wise woman tradition knows that health, wholeness, holiness is of the void and ever changing. So the wise woman doesn't ask why. The wise woman tradition has no goal but wholeness and inclusion. The wise woman tradition accepts uniqueness. The wise woman tradition gives up control. So the wise woman doesn't ask why. This is in italics. So this is someone asking. Why am I sick? Why did this happen to me? Why do I feel this way? Why do I have these dreadful menstrual cramps? The wise woman tradition knows the answer to why is always because. Because I ate the wrong thing. Because the world is a rotten place. Because they were awful to me. Because all the women in my family do. And that because leads to guilt and blame. And to the setting up of boundaries to maintain control and ensure that the pain problem never happens again. So I'll never ever even think about hot, salty, crisp French fries again. And now I'm on my own and everyone else is out for number 1, 2. And that's the way it is. Don't trust anyone. I'll never feel so much about anything again. I wish I didn't have a uterus. I wish I weren't a woman. The wise woman defines health as flexible, encompassing, and vital. How can these attributes be nourished with limits and guilt? How can wholeness be nurtured with blame and boundaries? How can holiness be recognized through fear and separation? They cannot. So the wise woman doesn't ask why, the wise woman asks how. How is this problem my ally? And then this is the answer. Menstrual cramps are not an ally. How does this condition benefit me? I get no benefit at all from being in pain and sick to my stomach, and I sense your implication that I do it to get attention or something. And the wise man asks, what? What does this problem slash pain prevent me from doing? When I'm cramping, I can't cook dinner. I can't drive the kids around. I can't even read. What nourishment am I given by my problem slash pain? All I can do is curl up in bed or in the bathtub and close my eyes and kind of dream. What part of myself is revealed then? I feel like a bad mother and a worthless person if I just lie around and don't do anything. I'm losing my space. What nourishment does it need? I guess I could accept myself. Yeah, maybe it's a good to have one day every month for myself, just me. And again, the wise woman asks, how? How can I open to receive the gift of this situation? And then the person answers, you mean, how can I encourage the cramps? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, how can I have that day to myself? How can I accept a day for myself and not have to be in pain? How do I nourish wholeness? The answer, I guess being a bad mother one day a month isn't so terrible, and I found the perfect green ally. And I think it would be good for the kids to be on their own more. What strengthens me, my community, and Mother Earth in this situation? So women used to believe that their menstrual time was special and holy. I'll have to think that over. Bleeding on the earth nourishes all life. Wow, that's kind of a big responsibility, don't you think? Besides, what if someone saw me? Are you suggesting that my menstrual cramps are the earth's way getting me to love and nourish her? That's weird. Kind of the ultimate recyclement. Save a tree and all? Huh. Don't support the billion-dollar feminine hygiene industry? And it fertilizes plants. No wonder some women have green thumb. Say, these cramps cannot be so bad after all. Well, I don't know about that. They're still pretty painful. So, I mean, I know that she's saying it does some good, but and it's nice to think about that. So anyway. Tangerine says sometimes you have to just lie around and not do anything. That's true. It's true, definitely. And that's, I don't have a lot of bad cramps, but like when I have my period, I definitely just want to sleep. And it's frustrating because I can't, because I'm going to be working the next 3 days and I'm going to be getting my period and it's going to be difficult. But, instead of saying my cramps suck and it's my fault, or like it suck and there's just, and I feel like it's a nice way of like sort of acknowledging, yes, I have cramps, and there is some benefit. You get to rest. So and resting is good. You know, you can't just keep going and going and going. That's really bad for your health. 10 has exactly 10 a day to feel bad and a few days to feel good. Yeah, yeah. You know, yes, Heather, it still hurts. Exactly, I know. So, but I think I like this way of looking at it. You know, and you could look at other health issues in a similar way. So you're just supposed to suck it up and go on with expectation. Yes, exactly, Heather. Like, we're just supposed to, like, even when we are sick with a different issue, you know, like my work, you don't have a lot of sick days. So, you know, and it's not, sometimes I feel like, so if you get sick, you're really using a lot of those sick days. You know, they don't, I don't know what I'm trying to say. My brain is farting. Donna says, my hubby just throws chocolate at me and hides with the shark wig. That's a decent plan. I'm just like, oh gosh, I hope I don't say anything really crazy to a customer while I shouldn't be out here in the world with people right now. I am, because it's just like the craziest stuff comes out of my mouth, and then I'm klutzy. Like, I drop everything. Like, I'll break everything, I'll drop everything. It's just like, yeah. And I knew it. Like, I'm like, oh, what's, because gosh, you know, I know that, like, there's got to be PM, like, especially when I have PMS. I'm like, there's got to be PMS, you know, like, because I'm like, I'm more emotional and I'm crying, and you know, and I feel things more strongly, which is good, because you know, I really can feel what I feel about this thing, because it's so intense that I can't hide it from myself. But also, like, it's so intense that you're just crying at, like, random commercials and all that stuff. So, right, Donna, yeah, chocolate. That's a good thing. You kind of made to feel weak or guilty, right, Heather? Right, to just taking a break, and it's just so insidious in our culture, like, work and work and work and work and work. Even that, you know, like, and being sick is you're looked upon as you're weak, and where you're not. It's just something that is going on with your body. We're human. We get unwell. We have these issues, you know. So, ooh, nest in bed, nice. Someone come in. Hi, Cedar. Welcome. House guests are still in bed. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for joining us today. Heather, you've been on the edge of tears all week. Are you also having PMS? Are we on the same cycle? Yeah, PMS week here too. Oh my gosh. So Tange also. And then another week of actual shark week, and then I'm drained from, yeah. Gotta rest from the resting. Yes, exactly. So, so yeah, we just finished. So is it okay if I call you Cedar? So we just, or is there another name you want to go by? We just finished page 29 and 30 and 31 in Healing Wise. Talking about there are no diseases in the wise woman tradition, and the wise woman never asks why. Let's see. Yes, Donna, I have read The Red Tent a long time ago. And actually, Jessica the Story Witch did a video on The Red Tent. I don't know if she's doing more, but she did one. So, oh, Elizabeth. Nice. I'll call you Liz. Okay. Well, nice to meet you, Liz. I am, people call me Sea Willow. People call me Jennifer. People call me Junebug because there's like 4,000 Jennifers. But, yeah, you can call me any of that. So you guys ready to jump back onto Violet? We're reading Heather. I'm still gonna send you that breast salve and Tangerines magazine. I just have to. Things are bonkers, but and the first week in July, it's gonna calm down. So, all right, Violet. So if anyone has the book and wants to color along, feel free. I'm going to go over to like my new book now so I can actually read it. We are on the flower, and we may also cover the roots. So, so it is page 246 in the book. Oh, yes. That's a great idea, Donna. Tangerine, you should all have a tent and just go into. I'd love an indoor one. Like they have for kids, but I want one for me. So, you know, like we used to make chair tents when we were little. Those were so fun. Yeah. So, okay. Violet flower properties and uses. So the main action is, I'm going to type it in. And then I'll ascorbic. Did I get that right? Okay. It's ascorbic. Ascorbic. And that means, or anti-ascorbic? Oh my gosh. Anti-ascorbic. Actually, I'm looking for the glossary. Wait a second. There it is. Okay. Okay. Counteracts deficiencies of vitamin C complex, usually referred to as ascorbic acid. So it's got vitamin C in it. Yes. Okay. And it's got a second action, which means gentle opener of the bowels. Fun. promotes easy, regular bowel movement. Oh, and I don't know how to pronounce that word, but I'll write it down. So that's like a secondary action of the violet flowers, and I haven't ever eaten enough to have that happen, but that's really cool. If you know, I'm always a fan of things that make you poop more or better. Tangerine. Oh my God, I want unlimited funds and create a safe, comfy Heaven Cafe Tea Bistro Thrift Shop Lounge. Sweet! For women to go to a nest in a garden type setting for a sling. No, all for free. Nice. Liz, my local red tent is usually in a year. Oh, you have a red tent. That's awesome. Can it be pink? I don't like red. Tange, I think it can be pink. Definitely. You know, I agree. It can be a pink tent. And I mean, red is my least favorite color as well. So it can be pink. So violet flowers eaten are a treat to the senses and a vitamin C boost to the entire body. Preserved as an oil or syrup, they treat the sensory organs. Do we have a definition of that? Sensory organs. Let's see. No, we do not. Okay. That is too bad. All right. So we'll have to look up what exactly sensory organs is. So use violet flowers to delight your senses. Maybe it's just like your nose and your eyes. And then this is a dose of violet syrup is 1 to 5 teaspoons a day. A dose of violet tincture is 2 to 5 drops in water for children. 15 to 100 drops a day in water for adults. That's a lot. So violet leaves are a delight to your senses. Violet flowers. I keep saying leaves. Violet flowers nourish your senses when prepared in the kitchen and help heal those with ear, throat, head, and skin maladies when prepared in the pharmacy. Violet flowers, wild or cultivated, including pansies, are all edible. Their bright colors, subtle flavors, and evocative aromas are a constant joy to all the senses. Use them to garnish other dishes or strew them. I thought I read this. Maybe I did. Did we do this last week? No. Maybe we. Oh, okay. So we skipped ahead briefly because we had a and I forget who had the question, and they're not here this week. Okay. Well, I'll reread it because that's fun. So Liz is another Canadian. Awesome. So yeah, mostly the violet flowers are gone for the year. Unless you live like probably way up north. Up north. Maybe Alaska. I don't even know. Because we're getting on to pretty much summer. So there is a recipe for candied violet flowers. in the description. There's also a lot online. Like I saw a ton online. So they're also great in just salads. So using to garnish other dishes or strew them liberally in green salads. Crystallize some violets, and you'll have fairy-like decorations to lift spirits in the winter. Violet flower oil in the ear can relieve tinnitus. Repeat as needed. Violet flower syrup soothes those with sore throats, coughs, even whooping cough, and children's digestive complaints such as stomachache and constipation. A spoonful before bed, along with wise one ways, help those with troubled nightmares, insomnia, and distressed sleep. Tincture of V. Tricolor, which is a violet, type of violet. Don't we all, Donna? Don't we all want to live in Canada? Especially these days. I agree. Maybe Tangerine has room. Well, I'll stay in your tent, Tangerine. Oh. I could use some violet candy this week. Yeah. We'll have to put some up. Like, I really wish so this stupid YouTube where you need 1,000 subscribbles to like use your cell phone is stupid, because we can't make any recipes together. I mean, I can, but it has to be recorded. I can't do anything live. So that sucks. But maybe next year I'll be organized enough where I can either do lives or do more pre-recorded of these recipes as these plants come into season. I think that would be really fun. So subscribe. Yeah, that's what Linnea Candy says. So I think she says that. She says, yes, come on, ladies, bring snacks. I will. I know good snacks. So yeah, Candy says it. Okay. Yeah, from Linnea's Corner. That's her channel. So all right. Use it for cradle cough, impetigo, and scabies. If only it killed lice too. That's in parentheses. Use it daily. Use it longer and with stronger allies such as baths in green soup and sulfur ointments to deal with scabies. Pansy V. Tricolor tincture is also tonic and pain relieving to the heart. And then there is a quote by Connie. I'll type in her name. This is the quote. Liz says, just in case anyone asked me anything, I was just tending to a cat scratching the door. Oh, kitty! So this is the lady's name. And she says, violets have long symbolized young love and springtime, recalling street walkers in Paris and many other nostalgic memories. So, oh, how many cats do you have, Liz? We are great lovers of cats here. So, Donna, we can call it Meatloaf's Corner. Just two, Liz. Okay, yeah, I have two as well. They're two brothers, and they're both white, and they are both in other rooms. So, yeah. So that's about violet flowers. I forget who I was talking about just the other day. I'm like, yeah, they're edible. You could eat them. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. Duh. Everyone knows that. So, well, we can go right on to roots. And then, yeah, we're almost done with violets. Woohoo! We can go on to another herb. All right, so these are the properties of the roots. It's hotter than Satan's day out there. Meatloaf is your pet cow? That's awesome, Donna. That's hilarious. Oh, gosh. Okay, it's hard for me to write this and... Oh, I love cows. I mean, I love cows, goats, chickens, sheep. Aww. Okay. This is so this one is the main action of the root. And it's also emenic. So yes, Donna, make a meatloaf video, please. I need more cows. I have no cow action in my life at all. All right, and look up what this means. I've never used the root. I think it's something that's less safe than, you have to be more careful using than the leaves or the flowers. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. Antipyretic. So it reduces inner fires and cools fever. So they have the antipyretic. So and then emenic. That one causes intense vomiting. Woo! So antipyretic has, wow, okay. So the other words that go with antipyretic are tonic, diuretic, expectorant, and emollient. So it brings down fevers, and it's also a tonic. So these are all kind of secondary actions. To confuse everyone more. Nourishes and the functioning of muscles, organs, or systems, invigorates and strengthens. And then an expectorant, everyone might know that one. Encourages, sometimes stimulates expulsion of mucus or fluids from the bronchial tubes, lungs, and respiratory system. So if you have like a hard time, like if you keep coughing and you just like can't feel like you can't get anything up, expectorants are great for that. And emollient softens and soothes, usually externally. And then with emetic, which makes you throw up, we have another word. Cathartic, a harsh laxative, producing a copious uniform stool, irritates and excites the large intestines. Yeah, so that doesn't sound fun. Um, hmm. Roman has the perfect song to release on back hold called Me Time. Very appropriate for this week, ladies. Definitely, I agree. That's awesome. Was flying lung butter? Oh my gosh. Nice. I've got to call it that. It does equal, you're right. It does equal flying lung butter. Whew. All right. So the roots, you want to mess around with very carefully. So violet root, fresh or tinctured, is a potent ally for reducing coughs, cooling fevers, and soothing sore feet. See caution on internal use under violet facts toxicities. So violet facts are back here. Familiar herbs are my favorite for inside and out. Yeah, I mean yeah. Maybe I was looking in the wrong spot. Oh, it's over here. Toxicity. So externally, leaves can cause itching, stinging, burning, which I've never had issues with myself, and minor eruptions on sensitive skin. Internally, the leaves are without toxicity. Large doses of violet roots or seeds can cause severe stomach upset, nervousness, and trouble with breathing and blood pressure regulation. So yeah, you want to be careful. Probably why I haven't ever used any of the roots. So what a great name. Great and horrible name for a cafe. Welcome to Flying Lung Butter. What can I expect from you for today? I think it'd be a niche market tangerine, definitely. Very seasonal, for those issues. So this is there's two violets you can use. These are the two types she's talking about. So this one, tincture is 5 to 15 drops a day in water, and then this one here, Beach Tricolor. That one, the root tincture is 5 to 25 drops a day in water, and then just a violet root decoction is 1 to 3 tablespoons, 15 to 45 mLs a day. So yes, the mullein leaves, I can see that. Like, I guess if they just stopped having toilet paper, and I would definitely use the mullein leaves because they're soft. I'm seeing mullein popping up all over the place. And then the second year mulleins have started to flower. So they're getting all really tall. You can see them from the highway, big stalks with these little tiny yellow flowers. And then the first year mulleins have little round, it's called a basal rosette, but it's just a bunch of little round, low to the ground, fuzzy leaves, stuff like that. Yes, nice fuzzy leaves. Yes. Heather, is it better to harvest leaves from first year plants or one that's blooming? Okay, Donna, ones that are almost blooming, because that's the second year, and then it'll die. It'll seed and then so then it's only lasts 2 years. It's only like a 2-year cycle. So violet roots are a fierce blast of cold relief. If your garden sports more violets than you can keep up with, I wish. Harvest some of the roots in early spring or late fall for your pharmacy. The fresh or dried roots, crushed and soaked several hours in vinegar, are used to poultice hot, sore, even infected feet injuries from overuse or for chronic problems such as diabetes. That's cool. Didn't know that. And it's external. The tincture or decoction of V. tricolor root, taken in frequent small doses until the desired effect is achieved, breaks up and removes respiratory congestion, cools fevers, and moves urine. The tincture or decoction of V. odorata root also dissolves respiratory mucus, reduces inflammation in the lungs and mouth, cools nervous coughs, clears lingering effects of whooping cough, and reduces hysteria. All right, so Donna says, I always harvest in the morning from first year plants. Hugs can't. Yes. I didn't know that was a common name for mullein, Heather. Hags. Is that a hag's candle? Yeah, because they used to dip stalks in tallow and burn them for torches. So I was thinking that I've heard that. Oh, welcome back, B. All right, so she's got recipes. For vinegar. I did post a link to all of Susun Weed's awesome information on how to make vinegar. She's got a lotion, a syrup, some biodynamic fertilizer you could make, a homemade litmus test, which is cool. A violet salad, creamy violet green soup, chicken soup. Yeah, but I wish I could share the recipes, and I can't unless I type them all into the Facebook group or take a picture of them. So I might just take a picture of them and post them in the group so everyone can see them. You know, if you want to make something, maybe not this year, unless you have some leaves and stuff. You probably do like a biodynamic fertilizer, which is manure, violet leaves, cabbage, nettle leaves, and water. So if you have a cow like Donna, she probably has access to manure. Oh my gosh. Anyway, or a fertilizer that uses violet leaves, amaranth leaves, shepherd's purse, seaweed, rainwater. Oh, and from some reason this uses fowl or horse manure. Oh, thank you, Heather, for putting up the Facebook group. Yes, loads of meatloaf poo, and then you can put this fertilizer on your garden. says chop leaves finely, mix with dry manure in large container, add water, cover tightly and steep for at least 2 weeks. Use a cup of this concentrate to a gallon of water as a foliar fertilizer. Foliar. I don't know what that means, but I know you also have chicken. So Donna's all set if she wants to make fertilizer. Yeah, I think I'll take a picture. So we are done with violets, guys. Yay. Oh yeah, this is the book. And so like next week, we are on page 32. There are no cures in the wise woman tradition. And we may also read There Are No Rules in the Wise Woman Tradition on page 33, because those parts are kind of short. And then unfortunately this doesn't have a section on mullein, but we could do nettles next. We'll save. We don't have too many. She goes over. What does she go over? So there's the herbs she goes over: burdock, chickweed, dandelion, nettle, oat straw, seaweed, and violet. So we already did chickweed, dandelion, and violets. So I think we're gonna do nettles next. I'm trying to follow what's like sort of up now, out now, in season now a little bit. And at some point we'll run out of plants. But then we can talk about her medicine making and stuff like that. So we can go over that, how she makes her infusions and tinctures and oils and stuff like that. So there is some more stuff to add in. Everyone's talking about poo. Nice. Book name. Oh. Healing Wise by Susun Weed. I've got links to the Amazon, where it's on Amazon, or it's also on Thrift Books, so you can get it for I think a little bit cheaper. Alpaca beans. Donna, you just have like the best words for everything. We just need to like. Oh, cool. Great, Liz. In your collection already. So have you read it? I that might be a silly question, but I've had it in my collection for like ever, and I am just now really reading it. So so guys, I think many of you weren't here, but this is Susan's next book. This is an advanced copy, so I'm going to be doing like a review. So if you liked Healing Wise, this is sort of like a sequel. She does briefly go over the 3 healing traditions, but she's sort of anyway. So it's really good. This one comes out in October, so I would look for look for it. You can pre-order it on Amazon. Okay, yes, years ago, and not a silly question. Okay, well, cool. Well, I mean, if you're, if this is something interesting to you, we are, you can go back. We're on, 12. This is part 12, and we're doing kind of a very slow, read through it. So you can, if you want to catch up, if anyone has a suggestion on, I know I'm probably repeating myself on this, but if anyone has a suggestion of a book we're going to read interspersed with healing wise, let me know. So be good to mix it up a little bit. And I'll have like a new little graphic. It'll still be like the Herbal Book Club, but it'll be a graphic, so like we're gonna be doing a different book, which book we're doing which week. Yeah, maybe I'll read something here. Let's see. So this is from the introduction of Abundantly Well. And this is from Patch Adams, who's an MD, August 2001. Healing is an art form made up. So healing is an art form made up of one's input and intentions. No two healers or patients are alike. The healer needs to be surrounded by many points of view, in parentheses, conflicting views, to keep their intelligence humble and open to diversity. In primary care, one quickly finds out how little they really cure, how inadequate even the most elaborate and most touted healing techniques are when spread over many patients. We need so many voices so that at least one will open the needed doors towards health of the patient. This is especially true in the modern climate of corporate medicine, where patient and healer have so little time to learn or listen to anything. Economics so influence healthcare delivery now that is a lie to call it healing interaction, even if it works out good. So that was interesting. So there's more. I was looking for a spot that I thought I highlighted, but maybe I didn't. I'd have to find it later. All right. Oh, maybe it's here. Yeah. So I hope that they they don't mind me reading this, but this is about complementary integrated medicine revolution, because it's not quite 100% edited, so keep that in mind. The beginning of the 21st century is a fantastic time to be alive and well. It's a great time to be sick too. With a little effort, one can access and make use of healing practices and substances from all over the world. The best of modern medicine and the best of ancient wisdom is all available to any seeker. Alternative medicine and standard care are no longer at war. Herbalists, naturopaths, acupuncturists, massage therapists, to name a few, have thriving practices and interface with their peers in the medical establishment. Alternative/complementary therapies are sometimes paid for by some insurances. As good as this is, much more is needed. More oncologists know that patients undergoing chemotherapy benefit from dietary and herbal support, and that massage and acupuncture effectively allay symptoms. Many cardiologists know that herbal medicine and lifestyle medicine are as effective in moderating blood pressure as drugs. Most therapists understand that they are engaging in some aspects of placebo medicine. A few practitioners, even in the most progressive centers, suggest or even mention anything other than insurance-approved standard treatments. Alternative/complementary medicines are often added at the end of step 6. So just at the end. I'm kind of going into tangent, guys. Hi, Clarissa. Hello. Oh, no, yes, it's okay that you're so late. I have new device, forgot password, and only just got back online. Oh, my gosh. Well, congrats on your new device. We're kind of at the end there. I'm just reading a section from Susun Weed's upcoming book, Abundantly Well, which is, so, yeah. Alternative complementary medicine are often added at the end of step 6, which is sort of at the end. She's got these 7 medicines. Treatments in an attempt to heal the damage created by radiation, surgery, and drugs. Alternatives shine as preventative medicines. They are best used in tandem, complementary, and integrated herbs and drugs, radiation, and acupuncture. Everyone adding their expertise together. Holistic health. So, the 7 medicines is a roadmap. Your abundant health is the goal. Your curiosity is my ally. Engage the first 4 medicines as proactive healthcare for optimal health, wholeness. Integrate them in the last 3 medicines to deal with traumatic injury, a chronic problem, a cancer diagnosis, an acute illness. Be amazed how abundantly well you feel. It's a revolution in healthcare, and it starts with you. So that's really cool. And I'll be talking probably more about it because I probably can't help doing that. Heather's talking about hibiscus and Tulsi, my favorite. Yes, I've also never had oxtail soup. Right, Donna, patients benefit from good old-fashioned weed stew. Right, and that is, what we talk about a lot, what we've been talking about, yeah, if we just all freaking work together. I would love to have a healthcare situation where you get your acupuncturist, your primary care MD, your massage therapist, body worker, your whoever, all in a room together at the same table, and they're maybe your therapist are what's best for Jennifer? What are we going to do? What's the plan? What are we going to use? And that would be so cool, instead of this, it feels almost like a battle. And I know she said it was not a war anymore, but there's still tension. There's still because and I should have known to do acupuncture because I've grown up with using alternative medicine all the time. But when I was super sick, my gastroenterologist was oh, well, I don't know what to do with you. We've done all the tests. We've done everything else. You're still getting sick. You're sicker and sicker. I don't know. How about acupuncture? And I'm well, why didn't we do this first? Or why, and I feel like I should have thought about that, but I didn't for some reason. Because you want to start acupuncture as soon as possible if you're going to do it, because it's a slow medicine. And when you have acute issues, it's less helpful. And right now, since I'm better, I can feel the effects stronger. Anyway, I'm at the babble stage. Hold on one second. I'm going to get something. I had to get some snacks. Woo. So, since the chat is moving a bit fast, if I miss any comment, just like add C Willow or make it in bold, because I feel like I probably missed quite a few, and I don't want to miss anybody's comment that they want me to see. So Liz says, there's a brand new clinic in my area that's doing something like that, but who knows, it'll be good, as good as it sounds. Well, yeah, you don't know, but it's nice that they're trying. So that would be really cool if it worked out, you know. So I mean, yeah, let us know. Let me know if you hear anything, because that's I think we definitely need more clinics along that vein. So let's see. Air turkey. Ah, Liz, I used to work for doctors and I'm a little jaded. Meat love? Oh my gosh, you guys. You're off the rails now. I mean, my experience with doctors have been more miss than hit. I have a wonderful primary care doctor now that I'm super thankful for. But my gastroenterologist meeting was really bad. And his nurse was worse. The most uncompassionate lady I've ever met in my entire existence. No, the second most. I had a urologist who was really bad, and the people in his office were bad. And it sucks that they're, I don't know, maybe at some point they were very compassionate, and the system is, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So, oh yes, Jimbo, we've been off the rails for quite some time. I've noticed. It's fine. Off the rails is more fun. Yeah, it's the system, Liz. Yeah, definitely. It's a very unhealthy healthcare system. So, some nurses can ruin or make the whole experience better depending on the day. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I at my doctor's office, I currently really, really like the nurses as well. So, it's really nice. But unfortunately, you have to go see a specialist, you know, to get things like wonderful things like colonoscopies. And then I tried to get a second opinion, and the other doctor was just like my regular doctor. Ugh. Anyway, oh, you've never had a colonoscopy, Heather? Well, buckle up. They're fun. Oh yeah, I recommend at some point you're gonna need to set up some sort of computer or cell phone in the bathroom so you can go on the internet while you're in there for hours. Yeah, but you know, it's the best way to prevent colon cancer. It's very important. It sucks, but anyway. You were talking about a colonoscopy, weren't you, Heather? I think I've lost like 10 years ago. My doctor put the camera up there for no fun. Yeah, no, Angie, no, I agree. My eldest 3 boys had to have a colonoscopy each year, beginning at 25. Whoa. Wow. That's intense. So my grandmother, my mom's side, had colon cancer, and so my mom has to get a colonoscopy every 3 years. Heather, I think you spelled it perfectly. So, you know, but we're hoping, because she's been doing a lot of, she had some polyps, but we're hoping that, and she's fine, but this time she has to get a colonoscopy. We're hoping that she won't have anything because she's been on turmeric, and that's supposed to help prevent that. So that would be awesome. Liz, yes, it's important. I've just had this smear test, and they don't wish to see my colon at this time. Oh, that's good. They don't want to give people. I think they're always working on new tests, trying to develop new tests so that they don't have to give people colonoscopies, because they are kind of intense. I mean, not kind of, they're intense. So, oh, bye, Bassetti. Have a good dinner. Thank you for popping back in. My herbal teacher is passionate about turmeric. Yeah, Liz, it's fantastic. I've got a whole list of what it does. So it's amazing. All I think we'll think about is Donna's love of cow of love. Oh, well, I don't eat meatloaf or cow, so because it doesn't agree with me that much, but I do unfortunately eat chicken and bacon, and so, but I have to, because for my health. So, but it sucks because I love cows, and I love chickens and pigs and stuff like that, but do the best I can. Yeah, my bum is exit only. I'm not thrilled with the idea of a camera up my. Yeah. Oh, and they give you pictures too, which you may already know from your sons, Donna. They give you color pictures of your insides. Unless they did me. It was wet. Yeah. Yes, Heather, I also wish I had an herbal teacher. It's really difficult to find any kind of like apprenticeship or mentorship that doesn't require you to live on someone's land, or B, cost money. So, and I do not, I know a lot, I know a ton, but I don't know enough to, I feel like, offer that. And I'd love to learn more myself. So, yeah. Tasty vegan bacon tans. Oh, I agree. Just for me, it can't be made out of beans or soy or rice, or maybe rice. You could do a rice bacon, I guess, maybe, but I don't really eat a lot of rice. So I don't know. Maybe some sort of, oh no, a farm song. Heather says we'll have to teach each other, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what part of this is, you know, learning and teaching and together. It's hard to eat meat when you have the spiritual connections with the animals that come from. Yeah, Donna, yeah. It's tough, but I mean, it's just animals in general. But you know, I have to do low carb, and I can't do beans because it's hard on the digestion. I can't do soy, can't do rice. So that, you know, like when you're a vegetarian, you do a lot of that. So I'm sort of stuck with meat, and I guess I'll just have to make my peace with it. Before end of chat, does anyone know much about raspberry leaf apart from being given to pregnant ladies, having a massive crop of raspberries yet to fruit? Hold on. I'm gonna come back to that. Oh, thanks, Liz. Thank you. I appreciate you coming. Let's share the wisdom indeed. Thank you. Yes. Heather, that sounds like, no, I didn't know about smoked paprika, that it sort of tastes like bacon. Red raspberry leaf. Let's see if I can find it. I know it's in several books, actually. So this is more about, okay, this is in the Herbal Health for Women by Rosemary Gladster's book. Primary, the leaf, so the red raspberry leaf, and this is the Latin name, so everyone knows that they get the right plant. Oops, I'm not typing anything. Okay, so those are some of the species. So primarily the leaf, but often the whole plant for medicinal purposes. For centuries, raspberry leaf was recognized as a powerful uterine tonic by indigenous people throughout the world, but the herb's uses as an aid in childbirth were largely ignored in the West until the 1940s. At that time, several reports were published in prestigious medical journals exalting raspberry leaf's extraordinary effects on the uterus and pelvic region, and the herb quickly became famous in the United States and Europe. Such scientific studies and traditional use of raspberry leaf both confirm its role as an exceptional aid in pregnancy and childbirth. So I don't know if we're going to see, let's see. So it is mostly talking about so here it is. So red raspberry leaf serves as an excellent all-purpose herb with many other applications in herbal medicine. Because of its high concentration of tannin, it's a valued remedy for diarrhea and dysentery. Recent studies demonstrate its usefulness in lowering blood sugar levels. I've got my cell phone light up here. It is also known for reducing fevers and stopping excessive bleeding. It can be an effective treatment for many childhood illnesses, including fevers and diarrhea, and is a fine general tonic for building healthy bones and teeth. And then it jumps back into considered by many the herbal supreme for pregnant women, safe and nutritive uterine tonic. So both cultivated and wild raspberry leaves are used. Rubus, the first one that I put up. Oh, hello. Why? Hi, how are you today? Hello, welcome. I'm answering a question about red raspberry from oh my gosh. My mind's gonna blink. Clarissa. Yes. Wow, there's lots to take in. Thank you all. I feel like I need to use it so it doesn't go to waste. Which herb are you reading about? I got confused. Oh, we are reading about red raspberry leaf. Red raspberry. Yeah, I think you can just you could use it in a tea. Yeah, so that's the section in this book here. And let's see if we can find it. One other place. Oh, QR. It's not in here. Okay. Not in this book. All right. Not in that book. Ha ha. How many books do we have? We have too many books. Oh, this is probably going to be too complicated to find. Oh my gosh, common name. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. Okay. Let's see. One more. Red raspberry. in several places. Now I have to find out like where it actually talks about the herb, right? 99. Yeah, this book is. Oh, I found it. Let's see. So, red raspberry. Hard to use leaves and fruit. Leaves may be collected throughout the growing season. Dry slowly in a well-ventilated area to ensure proper preservation of properties. Constituents: leaves, fruit sugar, volatile oils, pectin, citric acid, malic acid. Actions: astringent, tonic, refrigerant. I don't know what that one is. Parutint? Part? Might as well look this up later. Yeah, this is it's Parutint. So that's one of the actions of this plant. Indication. So why you would use it. Red raspberry leaves have a long tradition of use in pregnancy to strengthen and tone the tissues of the womb, assisting contractions and checking any hemorrhaging during labor. Its action will occur if the herb is drunk regularly throughout pregnancy and also taken during labor. As an astringent, it may be used in a wide range of cures, including diarrhea and other loose conditions. It's valuable in the easing of mouth problems such as mouth ulcers, bleeding gums, and inflammations. As a gargle, it helps sore throats. Preparation and dosage: infusion. Pour a cup of boiling water onto 2 teaspoons of dry leaves and let infuse for 10 to 15 minutes. This may be drunk freely. Tincture. Take 2 to 4 mLs of tincture 3 times a day. Cool. So awesome. So this is in the new Holistic Herbal by David Hoffman. This book might be a little difficult to find. And that is, yeah, that is about red raspberry. So those are some, hopefully some info to get you started on the many good uses for it. Yeah, it's a great plant. So I'm gonna try to catch up with chat. House guests have risen. It was rather a good time last night. Thanks, Evil Herbs. Bye. And bye, Liz. Have a good time with your house guests. Thanks for coming. Thanks for staying. And yeah, awesome. So yeah, so Clarissa, yeah, definitely pick the red raspberry, dry it, use it for teas. So oh yeah, you're welcome. Took me a little while to find it, but you know, if you have enough books. So I think we're gonna stop now. We have but guys, think about what book you want to read in between Susun Weed's Healing Wise. So for everyone, we will be back next week with another installment of our slow book club read of Healing Wise by Susun Weed. We'll be starting our talk about nettles. If you have the book and you want to read along, I'm going to be reading page 32, there are no cures in the wise woman tradition, and page 33, there are no rules in the wise woman tradition. So if you want to read ahead, yes, lots to think about till next week, Heather. And then I may or may not get a discussion question up, but hopefully I will. So, yeah, and if you're interested, I have a Facebook group. So, link is below. And yes, why, if you wanted to join, you don't need the book because I read the sections out loud and everything. And there's a Facebook group where we can post additional info. And then we have a chat about, so this book covers 3 healing traditions, 3 ways of thinking about health. And we're on the Wise Woman tradition, which is, I think, the longest section. And then she covers like 5 or 6 basic herbs, common herbs that you would find as weeds in your like backyard. So we are going to go and talk about nettles next time as well. So, boop! Yes, guys, thank you. It's been awesome. Hit the like button. And I'll see you guys next week. 11 Eastern Standard Time. We did go almost 2 hours today. Usually it's about an hour and a half or an hour. So, yeah. All right, guys. Everyone have a lovely Thursday. And I'll see you next time. Okay. Bye.